It's a wonderful thing to love God and country, come together as one, united, and enjoy a ball game. But to look over and see people kneeling, for what? What do they think they're doing? I know they think they got a cause, but that's not the place for it. It's a game. Listen to Darryl Strawberry. He's not the only one talking against it. So many are. And anytime that we have the time, we'll put it out there. By the way, there is something that you can do if you feel like you've been spared from the hurricane. I've said this earlier on in the broadcast, but if you're just joining us, Keith Allen for the people, you can give something of yourself. And if you have a trade and you're able to build, you have something in communication, something that you can offer, you can go to the Keys, you can go to these islands if you have the means to do so, or you have a church organization to do so. But a simple way is to just give monetarily, and you can give a donation to SamaritansPurse.org, SamaritansPurse.org, and they're doing a lot of good in the name of Jesus. So give something of yourself today. Gave a donation. You should give a donation because it's the right thing to do. And it will help somebody else, a perfect stranger, get back on level ground, because these folks are hurting emotionally and spiritually, and they certainly need some help today. So, and you know what? I'm not going to tell you, I shouldn't just say definitively, but that's the one that I believe in. But, you know, some people, Red Cross, Salvation Army, maybe it's another one that's unknown. And one of the main reasons, besides being it's Franklin Graham and Billy Graham's son, it's because I know that the organization is not top heavy. As fast as the supplies come in, they go out. They don't store the stuff. They bring it out to the people, to where it's needed. It's people are not getting rich off this endeavor. There's not ivory towers, and believe me, there's a lot of nonprofit organizations that do that kind of stuff. And Samaritan's Purse, why I trust it so much is that I know the organization, and I know the Grahams to be virtuous people, and they're very well respected. And Franklin Graham is doing a phenomenal job, along with thousands of volunteers, I should mention, that are distributing this stuff in warehouses, packing this stuff up, working with organizations to make this whole thing happen. But the relief effort, I should mention, is unbelievable, where there's literally tens of thousands of people right now just helping people, getting them food, getting them water, medicine, clothes, you know, really the basic things that sometimes we take for granted. And I was without electric, for several hours. And I went out at night when Irma came in, and the air started getting warm, and, you know, I had an inverter. We turned down the fan, which was great, and then had TV. But some people didn't even have those things. They didn't even have the generator. You know, we could turn that on if all else fails. But some of you were really, generators are great. Oh, yeah. We love, generators are terrific, but not everybody can afford them. And by the way, if you can, look at the sales at Home Depot and Lowe's the next time they have one on sale, or look for one on eBay. They're really worth having one because you'll like them. Some are bigger, and make sure you know what the amperages are, especially with the inverters, because you know, one inverter, even though it's got 4 or 5 plugs on it, doesn't mean that you're going to be able to power the whole house up. Okay, because you might be able to just do a fan and a TV with an inverter, and some generators are that small but you plug the refrigerator in on some of those inverters, and you plug the microwave, both of them may not work. You may not even get one, and that's with the generator. You got to know what the amps are that are being cranked out, and that's the most important thing. And know what your appliances are cranking out, and know what the load is. And usually you're not powering the whole household. You want to keep the refrigerator going and things like that. Some people can wire in the big generators where you can actually have it wired in, hardwired, where you can actually juice your whole house, so to speak. So if the power goes out, the generator cranks up and you don't miss a beat. And if you can have that done, especially if you're building a home and you have one under contract, you may want to consider putting one of those in, running off propane, natural gas, or something of that sort. That's a better deal. Have a big tank put out somewhere, and that'll run it for, several weeks. So you may want to check that out. That's actually in our survival guide. By the way, if you want that, we're actually getting ready to ship off. We had some people write in and wanted that survival guide, so you're going to want the CD as well. I know you're waiting for the commercial with all the juicy details. That's coming out this week. We were going to release it today, but because of the hurricane and all that other stuff. But it made me think a little bit, what do you want to keep you entertained as well when the lights go out, but ways to really keep your food from going bad and to be able to keep things going and be safe when things hit the fan. We dodged a bullet here in the Bay Area. Some people in the state were not so lucky. And then as the storm raced north, we hear flooding in Jacksonville, catastrophic flooding in the Carolinas. We're praying for the folks there, too. Thanks so much for joining us today. Remember, for the people 100% listener supported, we count on you to make a donation, become a monthly supporter. You can do that and subscribe. And that's forthepeopleshow.com. That's our front page. And like us and join us on Facebook as the discussion continues. Keith Allen, For the People, saying all the best. May God bless.